evening.
Good evening. How's your weekend?
Uh, Good, but the weather not good. So I stay home. No go out.
Oh, okay. Is it raining on the weekend? During weekend?
Raining and it's very cold.
Oh, same here in the Philippines. It's raining
Oh,
during
what
weekends.
the degree
Oh,
in PM?
it's really hot. Like 30, no, I think 37, 36 degree.
37?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
Very
degree
hot.
become about 17 degree
Oh, it's cold.
cold.
Yeah. You know what? Like in Malaysia, I think there's a flood because of the heavy rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it's not going to like, have some flood there. It's really not good to like flood.
I'm sorry to hear your country have many floods.
Yeah, flood. Keeps on flooding here.
Mm.
Anyways, that's life. That's life. You'll be sad, you'll be happy. Well, that's it. This is life. We are born to we are born to survive. So whatever challenges that we are facing, it's up to us how we are going to survive or overcome this one. It's about make it or leave it. It's just it. Anyways, are you ready with our new discussion?
Yes,
Yeah, the last time, can you remember what we had last time? What discussion did we
the,
had last time?
the discussion uh, um, about the film.
About the film. Correct. Very good. Now we're going to do a listening to the news, all right? So it's all about radio news headlines, okay? Read this one first.
Listen to the radio's new headlines. How many different stories are mentioned?
All right. What about
Tick,
this one?
tick the topics that are mentioned, then listen again and check.
All right. So here we're going to listen the radio news headlines and how many different stories are mentioned. Okay. 37. There you go.
Recording 37.
Welcome to News 24. I'm Sandy Caulfield. Here are today's headlines. A report into the state of the world's economy predicts a downturn for European Union and North American economies, but says that China could become the dominant superpower by 2025. In other news, 15 members of the European Parliament protest about inefficiency and waste at the EU's headquarters in Brussels, why ecotourism might not be so good for the planet after all, and how scientists in Germany found a 3,000-year-old mammoth. In tennis, new star Bill Matson enjoys a surprising win over world number 3, and why the future of Formula One may be in doubt.
All right. So how many stories?
I guess that's 4 stories.
4 stories. Now here, did you get all the 4 stories? What are those 4 stories?
Uh, you mean
The topic.
the topic?
Yeah.
The the 4 is about sport.
The fourth is about sports.
Just only 4.
All right. Try to listen again.
Recording 37.
Welcome to News 24. I'm Sandy Caulfield. Here are today's headlines. A report into the state of the world's economy predicts a downturn for European Union and North American economies, but says that China could become the dominant superpower by 2025.
So about economy.
Yeah.
So this is the first topic. Second.
In other news, 15 members of the European Parliament protest about inefficiency and waste at the EU's headquarters in Brussels. Why ecotourism might not be so good for the planet after all, and how scientists in Germany found a 3,000-year-old mammoth.
About
Germany.
these are the choices.
The environment.
Environment, correct. You're talking about the mammoth, right?
In tennis, new star Bill Matson enjoys a surprising win over world number 3, and why the future of Formula One may be in doubt.
Right. So they're talking about the
Sport.
sport. So how many topics do we have?
3.
3. All right. Okay. Now here. So listen again and write down the key points in each headline. All right. For example, this one, downturn for EU plus North American economies and China dominant superpower by 2025. So that was the key point on the topic about economy. All right. Now try to get the key point.
Recording 37.
Welcome to News 24. I'm Sandy Caulfield. Here are today's headlines. A report into the state of the world's economy predicts a downturn for European Union and North American economies, but says that China could become the dominant superpower by 2025.
All right. So that's the first topic. All right. Next.
In other news, 15 members of the European Parliament protest about inefficiency and waste at the EU's headquarters in Brussels. Why ecotourism might not be so good for the planet after all, and how scientists in Germany found a 3,000-year-old mammoth. In
Right. Did you get the key point there?
How do you hear the planet?
Like about the environment, right? Like the key, like the 3,000-year-old mammoth. Do you know a mammoth?
No, I don't know.
All right, let's try to search what's mammoth. I'll show you. This is a mammoth, like an elephant with a big.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's try to proceed.
tennis, new star Bill Matson enjoys a surprising win over world number 3, and why the future of Formula One may be in doubt.
All right. So the key point for the sports is about
Tennis.
tennis. That is correct. Now here. Now listen to the main story in more detail. All right. So answer the questions. Okay. Read this one first.
What organization carry out the research?
Like, this is the answer, right? Now let's try to read letter B.
Has China overtaken the world's major economies yet?
Has China overtaken the world's major economies yet? So that's a question. What about letter C?
By when is China expected to be the dominant economic power?
So by when is China expected to be the dominant economic power? Letter D.
When did China's economic reforms begin?
Letter E.
How much of the American market is China predicted to have?
Letter F.
How much of the European market is China predicted to have? Who is Tim Robbins?
Who is
Who is
Tim
Tim
Robbins?
Recording 38.
But first, our main story. A report by experts at the Global Studies Institute predicts that China, once known as the world's sleeping giant, is fast catching up with the major world economies and may be the dominant economic superpower as early as 2025. Since China's economic reforms began back in the late 1970s, the country has enjoyed staggering success and commercial expansion. The report predicts Chinese companies will soon have up to 50% of the American market and 30% of the European market. Our Asia correspondent Tim Robbins reports from Shanghai.
Did you get everything?
No, not yet. I want to listen again.
All right. That was really fast.
Recording 38.
But first, our main story. A report by experts at the Global Studies Institute predicts that China, once known as the world's sleeping giant, is fast catching up with the major world economies and may be the dominant economic superpower as early as 2025. Since China's economic reforms began back in the late 1970s, the country has enjoyed staggering success and commercial expansion. The report predicts Chinese companies will soon have up to 50% of the American market and 30% of the European market. Our Asia correspondent Tim Robbins reports from Shanghai.
All right, did you get everything?
A lot of, yeah.
All right, sure. Let's try to answer. Like the topic is about the Global Studies Institutes, right? Okay, now let's talk about, has China overtaken the world's major economies yet?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let's try to get that one right here.
Recording 38.
But first, our main story. A report by experts at the Global Studies Institute predicts that China, once known as the world's sleeping giant, is fast catching up with the major world economies.
So, has China overtaken the world's major economies yet? Not yet, because they just still predicting because of the fast growing, because of China's economy is growing very fast. Now here, when is
I don't
China
understand. The verb overtaken.
overtaken? Like,
Overtaken.
yes, for example, you own this product. Someone want to get this product. So somebody will buy your company, will overtaken the power, right? You don't own anymore this one because someone has bought this one or buy this product or buy your company. So overtaken.
Okay.
Here. So by when is China expected to be the dominant economic power?
By 2025.
Correct. So that's how many years from now?
When did this?
No, not yet. We That's how many years from now, right? Like
How many years
2025.
from now?
Yeah,
2 years.
2 years, right? We'll see about that if this prediction is true. Now let's go for letter D. When did China's economic reforms begin?
Mm, be China's economic reforms begin on late 1970.
On late 1970s. Very good. Now, how much of the American market is China predicted to have?
Set 70%.
70. Are you sure?
Staggering success and commercial expansion. The report predicts Chinese companies will soon have up to 50% of the American market.
So how many percent?
50.
50%. All right. Now let's go for how much of the European market is China predicted to have?
30%.
30%. That is correct. Now who is Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins is a
Is
reporter.
is a reporter, all right? He is a Asian reporting. All right. So learning tip over here. So if possible, look for any visual clues that could help you. Right? For example, the pictures, the company, the news on televisions, like can help you understand the topic of each news item. Right? For example, you're going to watch the news entertainment, right? And then it's just started. So before the news go on, they will have these headlines, right, regarding on the topics that they are going to report for tonight. While the anchor or the reporter is talking, there will be a flash of pictures, right, regarding on the headlines that they are talking about. So these pictures will also help you determine on what is this person is talking about. If it's talking about the growth of economy, there will be like the graph, right? If it's talking about food, there will be like foods, pictures of foods that will be flash, or if it's all about floods, you will see floods in the pictures or in the televisions. So this would help you understand, especially if you are listening to an English, right? Or watching an English entertainment news. You feel cold? You feel cold?
Yes.
All right. You try to get some hot water or coffee if you want. You can get.
Uh-huh. Yes, it's okay.
All right. Okay. A few more minutes. All right. We're here. Now, let's try to do a speaking, talking about the news. Okay. So, speaking strategy, summarizing. Okay. You know summarizing?
Yes.
Okay. Now, which of these summaries of the news stories about China is most accurate? You know accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Read.
Mm. China's economy is going to grow stronger over the next 30 years, but it will not overtake the economies of America and Europe.
B.
China has the fastest growing economy in the world today. It has already replaced America and Europe as the biggest industrial and commercial center in the world.
Correct.
C. China's economy has been growing quickly for the last 30 years. According to one report, it will not be long before it becomes the biggest economy in the world.
So, which one is the most accurate? Is it letter A, letter B, or letter C?
Mm, mm, C. That's the
C. That is correct, right? Because they are still predicting that not it will not be long before it becomes the biggest economy in the world. But everything is China. I mean, the product in China is not really in high quality. Do you agree?
I
Things.
don't like China
Yeah, me also.
products.
Yes, they produce like products like imitation, right? Imitation, like Gucci. They have this Gucci also in China, but not in good condition. It's a fake one. They also
Sorry,
have. Sorry.
um, too many noise. So I will take the earphone.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, cannot find.
All right. Now, like that's what I am talking about. Like China is releasing so many products, but in not in good quality. But also, what the good thing here is that people can afford to buy it. It's just that it's not gonna take long because it breaks easily and fast, right? But I don't. Here in the Philippines, we usually get the cheapest price. So most of the cheapest price are from China. Right? That's a very smart strategy from China's economy, actually. Like me, like the lowest person or people can buy or can get anything from China. They can now afford to buy like dress, clothes, jeans, shoes from China. But it's in the long
Everything.
run, yes, but in the long run, it's not gonna work for so long. All right, already now, let's try to, where are we now? Over here. Listen to this news story and write down the main points. Okay, and give a brief summary of the story using your notes as a guide. All right, so this is your guide. So it's about a report by who reported and found that. So this is your guide. Okay.
Recording 39.
If you are one of those people who shares the common belief that older women cannot be good mothers, then think again. In a recent study at the University of Southern California, researchers compared the experiences of 150 mothers in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. The results were perhaps surprising. It appears that women in their 50s do not find being a parent more stressful or physically more demanding than women in their 30s and 40s.
Right? Did you get it?
Mm,
So it's about.
it's
There's
about the woman.
It's about the woman. Over here, listen again.
Recording 39.
If you are one of those people who shares the common belief that older women cannot be good mothers, then think again. In a recent study at the University of Southern California, researchers compared the experiences of 150 mothers in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. The results were perhaps surprising. It appears that women in their 50s do not find being a parent more stressful or physically more demanding than women in their 30s and 40s.
So did you get now? Did you get it now?
Mm, I can understand, but wait a minute. It's
Okay.
about the 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 woman
Yes, it's
what
about the woman.
who 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 are become mother.
Yes, it's about older woman who becomes parents or mother, right? So what about that? Who found it? This one.
A report by um, research
Research found that.
found that
Give me a summary. A report
um,
that.
the mother in 15 years old have a less stressful than the mother in the age 30 to 40 years old.
Yes. Now, actually, the story or the news is about um, the 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 research is about the woman who are going to be mother in the ages of 50 is more less in stress than the woman who became mother within the age of 30 and 40. Do you agree with that?
Yes,
What age did you get your first child? What's your age?
what my age?
Yes.
I'm 30, 36 years old.
Oh,
But
you're. Mhm.
I think it's okay. Not
Yeah, I
very
think yeah.
stressful.
Me also. 36 is fine. Me, I had my first daughter when I was 25. I don't know what to do actually. So it's more stressful because you don't know where to to buy diapers, where to get clothes, and milk for the baby. So it was really it's stressing me out actually. So getting married at the age of 35 is fine actually. It's really really good. You are prepared. You have you have the best like you got job, stable job. You can fund the family well. You can like give them the needs and the wants of the baby or your family that you are going to build. All right. So yeah, most of it here in the Philippines actually, the youngest, as far as I can see, right? We have this 13 years old who already got early pregnancy. 13.
13.
Yes, 1 3. So they get married because of the like so
So,
much.
so her husband, um, do her husband go to the prisoner?
No, no, because some of the parents will be mad and would report to the police. Okay, and they will charge rape on it because of it's underage. But what happens here is that when the daughter, a 13-year-old daughter, got pregnant, and the person who got it pregnant will stand for it, and will take responsibility
Mm.
to the girl. So there's no more case, no more reports in the police. So they
In
will
my
be
country, the people met the girl less than 16 years old pregnant.
yeah,
He must go to
some,
prison.
yes. In your
Prison.
country?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think we should follow it here in the Philippines, right? That would we are overpopulated in the whole world. I think that
Mm,
would lessen up with the
mm,
overpopulation. Right? That was a
mm,
very interesting one.
mm.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming into our class today. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. See you
All right.
tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the
Thank
cold
you.
weather in Vietnam.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, doctor. Have a great night. Bye bye.
Mm.